As a collector, I spend a lot of time searching on eBay. It's a daily ritual that I search for a few specific items that are so rare they only pop up on eBay from time to time. Have you ever seen an item in the sold listings that you swear never popped up in your search results? Maybe you see that it was listed for days before it sold, but somehow you never saw it even though you search for the same things every day. In this video, I'll give you 5 tips to help you master the eBay search engine and find the items that others are missing so you get the best deals. And stick around for that bonus tip at the end that will blow your mind. Here are 5 eBay search tips you'll wish you knew years ago. Tip number 1. Don't trust the seller. And what I mean is, don't trust the seller to use the right category, and don't trust the seller to use the right keywords when listing their item for sale. For this reason, I usually search within all categories, and I always keep an eye out for eBay to default to a specific category. I would also check worldwide sellers. eBay will show you international items that the seller has designated that they are willing to ship to your country. Also, don't trust the seller to use the right keywords, even the keywords that you think are idiot-proof. Keywords that you think, of course the seller would have called it that. Let me tell you, no they don't. People will absolutely sell a DVD without using the word DVD in the listing. So that leads me to tip number 2. Use the fewest number of keywords to get you a manageable number of relevant results. I'm going to use this action figure as an example, because it's in my niche, but the lesson applies to anything you're searching for on eBay. This is an action figure of Dr. Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park: The Lost World. So let's start there. Dr. Ian Malcolm, action figure, Jurassic Park: Lost World. And we get 6 results. eBay defaults to looking for items that have every keyword from your search results in the title, but in any order. So if a seller used 4 out of your 5 keywords, you're not going to see that item in your list, even though it could be what you want. In this case, we've got 9 keywords. That's way too many. Let's see what keywords we can remove to get more results, but that are still relevant. We certainly don't need action in action figure. Some people just call them figures. We don't really need Dr. or Ian for that matter. Malcolm should suffice. We definitely want Lost World, but do we need Jurassic Park? Probably not. Let's remove it. Now we have Malcolm, figure, Lost World. That's much better. So we just went from 6 to 48 results. But let's look through them. We're seeing some figures of Ian's daughter Kelly. So how can we remove the Kelly listings without also narrowing it down to lose any of the Ians? And that's tip number 3. Use a minus sign to subtract a keyword that you don't want to see in the results. We'll just add minus Kelly and press search. Without Kelly, we have 35 results. So does that mean there were 13 Kellys? We can check that real quick by taking away the minus sign, and we get 13. So let's go back to minus Kelly, and we have those 34 results. Wait, did one just sell? Wow. Tip number 4. Use alternate keywords in a parentheses separated by a comma. Let's modify our current search as an example and think back to rule number 1. Don't trust the seller. If a seller has a loose figure, they might not know what movie it's from, but they might see the year stamped on the leg. Looking at the search results, we can see a lot of sellers are including 1996 or 1997 in the title. Let's put Lost World in parentheses and add the option of 1996 or 97. So we'll see listings that are for a Malcolm figure from either the Lost World, 1996 or 1997, and still subtracting results with the name Kelly. So now we get 51 results. So we just found 17 more listings that didn't mention Lost World. Before we go to the next tip, let's think back to number 1. Don't trust the seller to choose the right categories or keywords. If we select toys and hobbies as a category to help us get relevant listings, then we can remove the word figure and see how many sellers didn't even use that word. Wow, 116 listings now. Can you believe how many sellers listed a figure without using the word figure? And we can quickly change it to subtract figure to confirm. Yep, that's 61 more listings. And tip number 5, use quotes for an exact keyword phrase order. Let's do a new example for this one. Let's say you're looking for Jurassic World items. That's the 4th movie from 2015. If you use the keywords Jurassic World, remember to select all categories again, we get a bunch of Jurassic World results. But you also get a bunch of results from Jurassic Park: The Lost World, because they contain the words Jurassic World in the phrase Jurassic Park Lost World. Let's put Jurassic World in quotes, and now we're only going to get results with the keywords Jurassic World in that exact order. If there were other words in between them, like park and lost, we won't see them. So let's do a quick summary of the 5 tips, and then I'll give you that bonus tip that will change the way you eBay forever. Tip number 1. Don't trust the seller to categorize correctly or choose the right keywords. Tip number 2. Use the fewest keywords that give you a manageable number of relevant results. Tip number 3. Subtract with a minus sign keywords you don't want in your results. Tip number 4. Alternate keywords in parentheses separated by commas. And tip number 5. Use quotes for an exact keyword phrase order. Now here's that bonus tip. Let's search for Jurassic Park. We get over 108,000 listings. But let's search for a common misspelling, one with 2 R's and only 1 S. A blue box pops up where we can click to confirm that we actually do want to see the misspelled listings. And here you go, almost 500 Jurassic Park items that most people will never see because of a misspelled title. We can do it again with a different misspelling and get another 123 results. What a great way to get a deal on a listing because it just doesn't have too many eyeballs on it, especially if it's an auction. So did you know all these tips, or did I surprise you with any? If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments and I'll try to respond. Thanks for watching Common Collected, and we'll see you in the next video.